Good morning. Today is Friday. Yes, today is Friday. These days go by so quickly, sometimes I just forget. I wanted to wake up early this morning and get my morning video done because I have clients starting really early. And today is the full moon in Cancer. So the moon is home in the mansion that she governs, and um, we're all experiencing this because it's a lot of new energy. One of the things that's happening is that we're in this eclipse window that is going to close at the time of the full moon, which is 11 something a.m. Pacific Standard Time here in California, Los Angeles. Right? I love LA. I love Los Angeles. I have lived here my entire life. I grew up in Watts on 97th and Holmes, like in the hood, right? Where the Watts riots were and all of that sort of stuff. And um, Los Angeles for me has just been home. It really is home. And so it's apropos because the theme of Cancer is coming home to yourself. That is what the theme of Cancer is. And, what does it mean to recognize that we are home inside of ourselves? And, for me, that takes on a lot of things because I think in a broader way. So water, for instance, is the element that creates life, that sustains life, that grows and expands life. And we are 70 to 90% water, especially as women. And so Cancer governs the water on the planet, the water in our bodies. So, when we the thing that I love about water is that all the water that we consume and use on the planet is all the water that's always been here. We live in a closed system. Like the water doesn't, it evaporates and changes form, but it is all the same water. And so, we are at home here in this essence of water, in spirit and flesh. We are at home in ourselves. And there's a consciousness that abides in that hominess within ourselves. Like we know ourselves and we have a private internal self. And if we give ourselves permission to ask deeper questions, to feel our feelings and our emotions, and to watch our thoughts, we can discover really, the vastness of who we are, because that is water. It is so vast. Water is like, what I like. I just study water. I think about it, and just pay attention to what it does. And, like I'll get into the bathtub and I notice that the water will just mold itself around my body. It takes on the essence of other things while still remaining true to itself. It can change forms. It can go from, being cold and frozen to being hot and boiling to being steam to being room temperature. Water is an incredible element that that if you think about it and you think about that's what you are, it will do something inside of you. Like it's a miraculous thing, water. And so that is the energy of Cancer. And that is, and it the thing about water is that it dances with other things, and like I said, it still remains true to itself. And so where are you in your own life with that? Can you be at home inside of yourself? Can you be with others and still be true to yourself? That's so fascinating about water, that it will, like if water touches dirt, like the dirt will become mud. It's like, how do you impact an environment? How are you moving through the world? Are you willing to take up space? Are you willing to be in the truth of who you are? One of the things that I know for me as a Black woman, for many years I've been so afraid to really be in my truth, in the consciousness of the essence of who I am, who I've known myself to be. Because who I am today is who I was at 4 and 5 years old. It just felt weird because nobody else was feeling it and thinking it and being it. And so, do you have the courage to be true to yourself, to like embody your authentic essence, the thing that makes you true to who you are? And if that's something that you're interested in, my next course is going to start, I believe it starts on the 17th, and we're going to be in the new and full moon of Aquarius and Leo, and all of that is totally about your authentic fingerprint, your soul, your authentic soul fingerprint, and calling that forward and discovering that, and then being true to that in your community, in your environment. So it's like being in a family, you know, of a lot of several siblings and a mother and a father. And do you have the courage? Does your environment allow you to be yourself, or does everyone have to conform and walk to the same beat and listen to the same drum? You know, what is that for you? Like, how can you access your authentic self? And so if you want to take that class next month, the first month is going to be $20.20, and I'd love to have you. There's such a cosmic shift happening on the planet right now. I think the biggest thing that I've seen, I don't pay attention to a lot of media, but because I follow astrology and I understand that our systems are coming undone, because of Capricorn governs our systems and our government. And that's our internal government, how we are self-governing, our self-authority, and then how we share power with others. That's actually a scorpionic thing. But we participate in this system. We have to. The rules, the Saturn. It's like, what are the rules here? What are the systems by which we all have to follow suit? That's the Saturn, the discipline in our lives. And so that is changing now, and we're finding our own authority. And I love this Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, and how she has said, I will not participate in this nonsense. One of the things that's so fascinating to me about history and the royals and, you know, all of that sort of stuff, at least the British royals, is that it's all pop and stance. It's all like a way to create superiority, and it served its purpose. That's what we have to say. It served its purpose. We've seen that show, and it's over now. The curtains are closing. We give thanks. Like, thank you for that time. Thank you for that level of you know, grand whatever. But, you know, I know trees that are more beautiful than a palace. I know I've seen mountainsides that I would rather spend time with rather than, you know, with a little white woman who I just am much more interested in nature than I am in the egoic structures of the human mind that would create identities of superiority and separateness. I have no interest in it. It is boring. And so in that understanding, I am claiming my right to be here, as I see Meghan Markle is. She is claiming her sovereignty, right? Like, so that is one of the things that I love about the crown, is that this woman, the queen, is sovereign, and so is Meghan Markle. And now so is Prince Harry. It's just powerful. So this is a beautiful time to be alive. And so I want to bless you, or, you know, say a blessing for us all before my time is up. Okay. Heavenly Father, Mother God, how good it is to just center into the awareness that there is only one life, and that life is the life of God and Goddess. How wonderful it is on this Cancer full moon eclipse energy that we abide in the connection of all things, the power of the one, the personal power within to trust and be ourselves as divine gods and goddesses. And so I claim power on this day. I claim power in word, power in deed, and power in consciousness. And I claim alignment with truth and love and joy and peace and harmony for each and every person within the sound of my voice. I know that we are alive and awakened in the power of the sun. We are here by the collective power of the universe to be as gods and goddesses walking on earth. And I trust and know that there is nothing that can stand in our way, that it is so. And with love and grace and joy in my heart and knowing in my mind and soul, I let it be and I call it forth. Ashe, and so it is. Peace and blessings. I am the Moon Mama. Bye-bye.